Hello, and this is the Bauer Vapor Hyperlight glove. Little quick review on this glove. I've been on the ice about 4 hours with this, played 2 games, did another stick and puck. And just to give you guys a little background, if you're looking for upgrade equipment or want to know what's going on with this stuff. So my history with Bauer gloves has not been very good. Before this, my first Bauer set I had was a 2X Pro. I was not a fan of that glove. I just could not get it to close correctly. I couldn't get it to break in properly. I had to relace the pocket. I'll talk a little bit about that more later, but I had to relace the pocket, did all kinds of different break-in methods, steamed it, ran it under hot water in the sink, tried a couple other little tricks. I could just not get that thing to work for me at all. That's, out of all the gloves I've had so far, about 5 gloves I've used, probably my least favorite glove. So yeah, out of my 5, I'd probably rank that one at the bottom. My next Bauer glove I had after that, I gave the Ultrasonic a try. And that one was really squishy on the internals. It was probably overall a pretty good glove. It was weird because of the break angle and the way that thing broke in. You know, once again, I was having some of the same break-in issues that I had with the 2X Pro. But also, I think one thing that kind of killed that glove for me was the way the palm crease was constructed. And I'll talk a little bit of that more later when I get to this glove. But no, it just wasn't firm and just wasn't solid. I could catch pucks with it fine. That was definitely the strong suit of that glove. Well, you'd hope that'd be a any glove, right? But yeah, that glove didn't exactly work for me either. So there for a while, I was wearing a mixed set between my Lefebvre blocker and glove and my ultrasonic pads. And then I ordered a set of Hyperlight. And now the Hyperlight is here. So to circle back around on this, about 4 hours or so plus worth of ice time, a couple stick and pucks, scrimmage, and then 2 games. And I think this is probably the best glove that Bauer has ever made. They've really pushed the envelope as far as like technology, as far as their player gear, their goalie gear. We'll talk about some of that stuff later on with the leg pads. If you've seen the Hyperlight 2-piece blocker review I already did, it's another one to check out as well. But yes, let's just dive into the glove here. So like I said, this is a vast improvement over the 2X Pro. If you were a Vapor goalie or a Bauer goalie, or if you're actually coming from a different, maybe a different set, maybe you like CCM gloves better, but you didn't like the way that, you know, them and Lefebvre have parted ways, but Lefebvre or true wait times are too expensive for you. It took me 8 weeks roughly to get this set. I ordered this set from the Goalie Crease up in Canada. So if you need goalie gear, talk to Rance. Rance will get you squared away. Great guy. I'll leave a link, I'll post a link in the description to that store. But onto the glove. So the glove itself, vast improvement over the 2X Pro Vapor, like I've already stated. So the thing I think that killed the Vapor for me was it was really shallow in the pocket. This has got a deeper pocket, and the palm crease is solid, firm in construction. So the first thing that always people ask about with gloves, they want to see it snap shut, right? They want to see it nice and fappy. I have not done anything break-in wise with this. Rance steamed it, and then he wrapped it and sent it to me with the football in the pocket here. But this is the closure without me really having doing anything with it besides Rance steaming it for like a couple minutes. Solid. No puck is getting out of there. It's nice and consistent right through here. There's no weird overlap. This side's not protruding farther than the other side of the glove, on and on and on. So this is a basic stock glove. Nothing exciting or exotic added to it. The only one option they did have is that you could reinforce this tee, but I haven't had, it's still too early. We'll see after I get it, maybe a couple months of skates in this thing, whether or not the tee starts collapsing. There might be a couple other Hyperlight owners that might have dealt with that problem already. The skin, I believe, is supposed to be their new updated Cortec, their Super Tough Plus, or whatever they're calling it now. So from the 1S all the way up into this current Hyperlight glove, and then soon to be the Bauer Mach, which is replacing the Ultrasonic, Bauer has, the only knock on Bauer is that they've been having a lot of durability issues. Like their gloves wear out, whether or not you got finger curl down here or this nylon got all ragged and started to disintegrate, things of that nature. So, I mean, I can't really speak to that myself because I haven't really kept a Bauer glove long enough to see this thing finally fully break in and break down. Well, break down. So, to talk into the pocket and the palm, I think this is the biggest improvement that they did. The pocket is a lot deeper, as you can see. So this is nice and consistent. Whatever pour-on foam they got in there, and as you can kind of see, and I'll bring this just a little bit closer, hopefully the light, you can see that. But as you open and close this, it's just nice and consistent. Nice and consistent, over and over and over. Anything that has been shot, any puck shot at me, have gone into the glove and died. This, as far as like the break angle, this is kind of like a equivalent to like the 590 break that CCM or True has. And as you can see from the back, like the cuff is a little bit offset, and the cuff, the glove opening right here is a little bit offset to the lower part of the glove board. So on the ultrasonic, this cuff is moved into the center, and then the glove like lays flat on the ice. So as you can kind of see here, there's a little bit gap here. You know, some people are worried about coverage if a puck came out, but I mean, the primary job of a glove is to catch pucks. That's it. So I mean, if you put your glove down over a puck, usually the ref is going to blow it dead. No one's stick or nothing like that. It's not going to like knock out of the back by that time and get pushed into the net. I don't think that's ever going to happen. That'd be such a weird circumstance. So anyways, double T, stock glove. This has been vastly improved. This is nice and consistent. The weakness I thought of the ultrasonic was that this wasn't as firm and it wasn't broken in correctly. So they tried to do, but I think the biggest thing, and I'm probably wrong, hopefully someone that watches this and actually works at a hockey shop and has a really intimate knowledge of the gear and talks to the manufacturers could speak to this. But the ultrasonic was trying to do something where it was almost like a double hinge inside here in this palm. And what they're trying to accomplish, I believe, is the fact that, hey, if you have an ultrasonic glove, you know, you can kind of slightly alter and modify the break angle. So I tried that a couple times, the ultrasonic, and I just couldn't get it to stay. It would always it would close like maybe like this, how this glove is now, after I tied it off and soaked it down. But then it'd give it a day or two, and then it would just kind of, I can't really show it here, but it would just kind of separate, and it would just kind of do one of these things. And you couldn't pick up pucks with it, couldn't do anything with it. I mean, trying to pick up a water bottle or nothing like that. So that kind of got frustrating, but nice, having this nice, great close that you don't have to worry about it. So, I mean, my short time playing goalie, you shouldn't have to worry about your gear, right? You should be moving, you should be able to move and play your game without having to worry about to compensate or adjust your play style to your gear. Your gear should complement your play style, I believe. So that is the inside. I went with the skate lace, unwaxed skate lace palm, which is nice. This is nice and soft. Another thing I noticed about the double T on this too is that it's a lot wider here in this gap. And I think that kind of aids to the deepness of the pocket now. There's a little bit more area in the basket, you could say, where pucks go in there and they just die. So the handful of shots that I've faced so far that I've had the glove down, the puck just goes right in and it stays. And since it's a nice consistent close, there's no puck getting out of there ever. So that's pretty much the front of the glove. This face is nice and flat, pretty hard. It's got that pour-on or whatever curved material that's in there that they use. And then going back to the back of the glove, Hyperlite, black and gold. So to take this off to kind of show the internals, and they change up the internals slightly too. So this is 3 adjustment points on the inside of the glove. Flip this open, hopefully it stays. It's there. In there. So you got 3 straps. Oh, can't see that so well. Here we go. 3 straps. These 2 are gold. Like these 2 go right over your fingers. This one's on the back of your palm. And then you got your wrist strap here. And I like the fact that they went back to this setup. It feels really comfortable in my hand. It's easy to adjust. The materials are really light and supple. Like you're not going to have any issues getting this glove to fit your hand. I had issues with the Vapor. It just, I don't know, that 2X Pro just did not work for me. Just was not a favorite of the glove. And also another thing too, another aspect I feel they improved actually even over the Ultrasonic was here and here. Probably can't see them too well, but this is your pinky and then your thumb attachment point, your thumb loops on the inside, your pinky and thumb loops. These feel a lot more firmer. They don't feel like they're cheaply made like they were like in the other groups or the other gloves before this. And I was able to tie these off, stick my hand right in the glove, no problem. So that's pretty much the internals of the glove itself. I'll pull my hand out here. Let's talk about the material. So they did this catch, they call it catch grip this year. So that's probably not the best, but it's like this gray material inside. Try to maybe pull that up for you if that works. It's pretty close to like this Nash type stuff that they've had before. And it's nice, supple, it's soft. This thing gets all sweaty. It doesn't stay wet and sweaty. And when it dries out, it doesn't get all hard and like turn into cardboard on you either. So far, this has been a really great glove. I'll put all this back together here. Worry about the loops later. So on the back of the palm, this is like their hard foam, is what they've always had. This hasn't changed. Got a little crease in there from when I've had that been open. That's all right. Yes, so thumb to protect the back of your fingers. Same like Aerolite type material that you'll see throughout all the rest of their equipment, their goalie in. They're still using on their player gear as well. And that's pretty much it as far as like the actual specs of the glove itself. I do like this graphic. I mean, this gold pops. Like I wore this to a game on Sunday and my friends were sitting up in the lounge drinking beer and watching our game, and they were surprised how much this gold like really popped on the ice. I know Bauer kind of gets trashed on with some of their graphics or how they do things because, you know, some people don't like the digiprint. Some people like the traditional like cut and sew graphics as well. But with the digiprint on the Hyperlite, you can pretty much do anything you want. It's going to cost you extra, but you can pretty much do anything you want. So, but I always kind of like the way they kind of give it a Bauer graphics overall. They kind of give goalie pads a, you know, they've moved beyond that. They're like, all right, we're going to do something a little bit futuristic and somewhat forward thinking, leaning forward in the foxhole, if you will, and something a little bit more fun. So Hyperlite graphic here. I like the font that they used on the letters. Of course, black is always awesome. It's always been kind of been my favorite. And as the pocket and the presenting the glove, Bauer's in gold here. A couple scuff marks already from pucks, but also taking a look at this back here, or the front of the glove, where this all stripe, which matches what's on the blocker and also on the leg pads. And yeah, and that just kind of goes right into the pocket. So yeah, this is a great glove. And in my very limited experience so far as being a very bad beer league goalie, this is Bauer's best glove that they've ever made. Also, Bauer's wait times are pretty much non-existent. Nothing has really changed so far as like even being disrupted by COVID or whatnot. They're still pumping their equipment out from the factory if you order anything custom. So I think right now True has shut off all, I think as far as I know of this taping, they shut off all custom orders for retail because they got so much of a backlog for professional goalies, and that's fine. You know, it is what it is. They got to take care of them. But no, if you're like choosing between True or Bauer, because I know this came up on the GGSU page a couple times, if you decide to go Hyperlite, you are not making a bad decision at all. I think Bauer has finally made a complete set that works. You know, because like I said, the gloves were always like, for me, the worst part of the set. The leg pads, awesome. The blocker, awesome. And now they finally put some of that design thought and forward-thinking technology into their glove. And now I have this old Bauer Hyperlite. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you have any questions or got any other information you can hook me up on, that'd be great. Just leave that in the comments below. Thanks a lot, and have a good evening.